Okay, so this is going to be part 2 of the Daring Amelia book. Just to kind of pick up where we left off, she wanted to be the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean alone. Soon there were instruments to help pilots see. They wouldn't have to look out the window. Amelia had the instruments put in her new plane. She learned to fly using just the instruments. This would help her if she flew into fog or rain. On May 20th, 1932, Amelia took off on her solo flight. She was going to fly all the way to Paris. One of Amelia's instruments showed her how far above the ocean she was. Then it stopped working. Amelia flew into rain and then ice. Ice on a plane's wings could make it crash. She had to fly closer to the ocean to melt the ice. Amelia had to be careful not to fly too close to the ocean. Sometimes she could see the waves. Sometimes she had to guess how high up she was. Hours went by. Amelia wasn't sure where she was. Amelia wanted to find land now. She wouldn't fly all the way to Paris. She spotted a fishing boat and knew she was close. Then Amelia saw land. It was Ireland. She flew onto a field, surprising a farmer and his cows. Amelia had done it. She was the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean alone. Now Amelia wanted to fly around the world. No one had ever flown around the middle, called the equator. Amelia bought a great big plane. She took off from Miami, Florida on June 1st, 1937. Fred Noonan, a navigator, went with her. He looked at maps in the sun, moon, and stars to tell her where they were. Amelia stopped in many places, in South America, in Africa, in Australia. People everywhere were happy to see her. Then came the hardest part of her trip. Amelia had to land on a small island. It was only a dot in the big ocean. She couldn't find it. Daring Amelia was lost somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Ships and planes looked for her. She was never found. Amelia Earhart loved to fly. That's the way people remember her. Flying far, flying fast, flying far. All right, I hope you guys liked that. Unfortunately, it's in 2 parts, but what can we do about it? So, all right, bye. Hope you enjoy.